Hi, everybody. This is Dennis from the Dennis and Andy Show. I'm going to do a full review of The Many Deaths of Laila Starr, issues 1, 2, and 3 from Boom Studios. This is by Ram V and Felipe Andrade. Um, I had kind of done the first one because I really enjoyed the book. I'm just going to go through real quickly of the first one. You can go back and check out the real in-depth full of issue number 1. This was pretty interesting. Takes place in Dubai. This was a character that was going up the elevator. It's very corporate-esque until they're like, yeah, we got meetings. Oh, hi, Death. How's it going, sir? Oh, what's that again? Oh, it's Death, sir. She's here for a morning meeting. Oh, yeah, of course. Come on, have a seat. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Oh, so Death, tell me, how are things? Things? Yeah, life, friends, hobbies. There. What am I doing here? Tap, tap, tap. Well, how long have you been with us, Death? Feels like an eternity. Well, actually, I have been here for an eternity. Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true. Well, it's a pity then. A pity, sir. Yeah, Death, I'm afraid we have to let you go. Whoa, what? It's nothing personal, restructuring the whole department. It's all here in your file. I don't care what's in the file. I am Death. Big, fearsome tongue, haunting eyes, 6 arms. You can't just fire me. I'm an absolute consequence. It's in the job description. I bet, I bet Taxes still has her corner office, doesn't she? Yeah, but you see right here on page 64, it says, oh, the 12th day of the 12th month shall be born unto man a child who basically brings eternal life. What? So you see, it's not just prudent planning. We just don't need much reason for death because, it's good. They're going to be eternal now. Send down a plague, strike down the child with lightning, get some great curse upon him. I don't care. Now, Death. You know how corporate feels about that kind of stuff. But this is all I know. This is all I've ever done. What am I supposed to do? He basically says, look, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you back down, and you can live out your life as a normal mortal, a human. And at all points, she's like, what? So there's going to be a child born who's going to bring eternal. So she goes, oh, I know what I have to do. Hey, you need to send me down and give me into a mortal body. Get me as close as you can to the child. Well, what are you going to do? Well, that's for me to figure out. So anyway, she winds up being put into the body of Laila Starr, and she actually gets through. She finds out, she meets a ghost. They wind up having a really kind of funny a storyline that's in it. She's like, look, I need to kill this kid. She actually founds the baby that was born that's going to do all of this. And she goes, I just need to kill the kid. If I kill this baby, then, it's all good. But she can't bring herself to do it. She goes, I can't. There she is. They wind up finding her in her human form. Put that baby down. Oh, crap. She makes a break for it. She runs. Death does. She winds up running into the street, being chased by everybody. And, oh, she gets hit by a truck. Needless to say, she dies. But all of a sudden, she's like, whoa, have you been standing there watching me sleep the whole time? No, not the whole time. That would be super weird. Wait, how did I get here? The last thing I remember, I was running out of, you died. You run over by a 12-wheeler. It wasn't very pretty, but I brought you back. Old time's sake. There's got to be some perks to being the god of life, eh? I couldn't do it, Pran. Do what? I was going to kill the baby. Well, he was just a baby, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Well, hey, if I give you a lifetime, every one of them, well, what do we do with the in-between then? I suppose you're still keen. He's not a baby anymore. 8 years from the day Laila Starr died twice. So that's kind of the quick recap of the first episode. It was really intriguing, with it being set up that way. Now we look forward, and there's a crow. Oh, you're a crow. Crow? Who? Whoa, wait, how am I supposed to find the kid? What? You're a really weird crow. Well, I've never seen a talking human before, so What gives? I used to be the goddess of death. Oh, right. Well, what happened? I got fired. She goes, my name's Laila Starr now. I'm a human. She goes, when people die, sometimes their last rites call for crows. What? So I'm a funeral crow. So he explains he's a funeral crow. And they go around. She's looking around. She goes, and then we kind of move over to Darius Shaw. This is the kid that is eventually going to bring, immortality. His parents while his parents were still at work, his grandmother was lost in the kitchen. He did not run, but basically he ran away from home. It's important that he would bear great meaning in the life scheme of things to come. Did you see it was Darius's first real conversation with death in more ways than one? Before they had moved to the sprawling new development, Darius lived with his parents and grandparents in an old bungalow on the outskirts of the city. And there was a man from the south, he was this man that, Darius came to know. He was a helper. He didn't participate in anything. He was a servant, basically. To which he said, Bartum. That was his name. Over the summers, Bartum and Darius became great friends. Bartus, why does the soil need turning? Well, to set free the worms, of course. The boy had all kind of childhood curiosities. Bartum, why do chameleons change color? By holding their breath, of course. Bartum, why is your skin so dark? Because I was born of the midday sun, of course. So, but he noticed that he only was only ate boiled stew and rice. And he goes, well, how come, Mom, why can't we save some of these for Barta? Because they're not for him, child. You shouldn't encourage him. So he snuck away a couple for his friend. And when the summer was done, his friend was leaving. He goes, don't forget me, would you? And he gave him to. So Barda disappears from Darius's days in the same way that he had entered them, quietly and without fuss. Then one day came news of his illness, that his friend had passed away. So the child, he goes, we don't go visit their funerals. It's just inappropriate, because he was a servant. Well, he doesn't understand that, so he runs away. He goes, she's back to explaining we're back to death. Oh, you tried to kill the kid. Yes, but I couldn't. It's different. It's just different. She goes, did you not see it? The one thing that there is, not death itself, but it's what you leave behind. They burn the body because the soul is immortal, but it is reincarnated into another cycle. The only thing that marks each lifetime then are the memories that were left behind, as in, don't forget me, Darius. So he goes, you have to live with it. It's different. She comes across, Death does, or Layla, comes across the little boy, and she hears him sniffing. What's the matter? He's not coming back, is he? That's usually how it works. Well, he was a god of some sort. Gods can't die, can they? I have just learned that there are different ways of dying, and it's always forever. And if life's an exercise in making memories, no one goes away as long as they're remembered. So we see the funeral pyre. I will not forget him. He takes out the 2 fruits. Hey, kid, you just can't. Oh, damn it. He takes off. She winds up getting lost. She's trying to find the boy. She explains she's looking for the little boy, but all they did was stuff marigolds in her hand and usher her towards the water. She doesn't know quite why she went along. Perhaps she was just trying to be polite. But, she sees the boy. Oh, thank God I found you. His parents found him. I'm glad I found you, Darius. Darius, she says his name. Darius? Then the waters creep up at her feet and remember the words. All of a sudden, she remembers about the memory of all things committed. She feels the countless hands of the soul she has reaped as a god now pulling her under, intent upon reminding her of her own mortality. Or perhaps it was only the riptide, who can say? All of a sudden, the crow comes down, grabs her, and he goes, "Oh, thanks for saving me." "Saving you? I'm a funeral crow, my dear. I only carry the souls of the dead." "Oh, crap. Wow, we really have to stop doing this. I can't keep bringing you back. I'm going to get in real trouble if from the guys up top." "How long was I out this time?" 12 years from the day Laila Starr drowned. So again, this fast forwards it. It's an interesting, this isn't exactly an action-packed story, but it's a very unique way of looking at life and death, and it's pretty fun the way that they're doing it. And we pick up in the third one, obviously further into the future. "My life began just after my second. Death found herself singing on a cranky quilted arm. She's sitting there smoking cigarettes. I've spent all day last week in her jacket pocket listening to her heart. I might have even had a crush on her, but I had known how things would turn out. I suppose some of us are just destined to burn. Newly aflame and abandoned to ponder life upon my gaudy memento mori. I looked beyond the empty couch to revealing the crowd and camaraderie, and came upon a kindred soul. Young Darius Shaw, with the nervous energy of life newly kindled into adolescence and set adrift." She goes, "I had assumed that, like me, he was quite alone, until Danica sent arrived like a breeze and set him all ablaze. She pulled him into a kiss, and then I heard her whisper, 'I'm sorry, Darius, but life is too short to arrive at the end without any broken hearts to show for it. I love you, but this is it. I'm breaking up with you. You can thank me later.'" Of course, to understand the context of all this, we should probably go back all the way to the pillow factory where the three of them first began the relationship. So it kind of goes through, their history, talking about their dreams, in their walls. "How did you guys find this place?" Zadar did. "Darius, we're supposed to keep it a secret. Come on, man, be cool." So they kind of go through their history. Holy crap. It's Darius who has a problem of letting go, see? So the real question, Danica, is why are you here? Is this loser poet Darius's melancholy charms or morbid curiosity about the wastrel Zafir? Oh, you're such an asshole. The death of innocence, the sort that leaves you behind once. And there, gasping for fresh air at the edge of the 14th floor balcony, he has a mighty sense of deja vu. The unshakable feeling that he has been here before, a lost child holding his heart in the hand over once more abandoned on some unfamiliar shore, looking at her. Right now, it's nothing. My best friend died. My girlfriend broke up with me. Well, which one is it? We fought. Your girlfriend. No, my best friend. We fought before he died. What'd you fight about? My girlfriend. Oh. So it's interesting. It starts going into some really deep information, kind of the feelings and what's going on with him, what makes him tick on the inside. They used to make dreams like in this place, but now they're all covered in soot. This is back at the pillow factory. I can't have him back, can I? I can't take back all the things I said to him. We fought a lot because I wanted to be him. Danica believes a part of me burned away with Zaf in the pillow factory that night, like a cigarette. So this is like really cool. It's kind of some really deep stuff. I don't want to dwell into too much, but it is kind of interesting what they go with. And there's a fire later, and the entire apartment goes up in smoke. The fire department would later state that they might suspect careless ember from a burning cigarette, and the partygoers were lucky to have the place left with only one casualty claimed by the fire. A fire started by a cigarette. Really? Yeah, I almost think we're doing it on purpose, or you're doing it on purpose. Or you're trying to get me in trouble upstairs? They love you. What could they take a whole lot of crap? Me on the other hand, they have no need for. He goes, I'm nothing without you. Well, tell that to Darius Shaw. Oh, what was at that party? Really? No, it couldn't possibly have been. Yeah, I kept track of him since I know where he lives now. If you still want to talk to him, that is. He might be a little older than you remember, of course. Cigarette? No. Those things will kill you. 16 years from the day Laila Starr died in a fire. So again, the next issue will move forward. Guys, this is just an interesting storyline. It's a lot more philosophical than a lot of the comic books you'll read. I enjoy it. I think it's taking us to some interesting places, gives you some self-reflection in a way, and then how that they're putting the story together. I think this is pretty fun and interesting. For some of you, this might not be your cup of tea, but if you do like something more than just superheroes punching each other, this is kind of deep. This is kind of fun. I kind of touch some of the surfaces, but when you read it in its entirety, it's an interesting read. I'm going to give this a CGC rating of an 8.0. This is just solid, deep kind of philosophical work. I would like to see it continue and see where this takes us through the story arc. Guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Leave your comments below. Do you like this kind of a book or not? Is this not your cup of tea? Let's have a discussion. Let me know what you think. We will talk to you all soon. Later. Bye.